Hey everyone, my name is Brandon, and today we are continuing with our playthrough of Deathloop. So I am going to check my loadout, make sure everything's where I want it to be, and we are going to explore Freestad Rock. We are searching the security office for something called the LPP. Alright, let's go find out what that is.
Okay, class, what have you learned today?
Oh, you wanted me to answer?
I want to know if you figured out who you really are.
Oh, that's easy. I'm a drinker, occasionally a drunk man about island. Everyone knows me, everyone hates me, handy with a gun, quick with a joke. I dress well, and why the fuck is everyone wearing a mask?
You forgot to mention your little Hagama thingy? You'll get there.
It's a heck of a jig. I'm done playing this your way. It's the cult show from now on.
Okay, all aboard, sweetie. Choo-choo.
I said cult show, not cult. Fuck it. Next stop, security office. Choo-choo.
Now, I should have already been walking, but the reason I wanted to hold back is just because I wanted to point out the fact that every time you enter the level, there are always two doors you can go through outside your tunnels. As you play the game more, you start to realize that one direction is always safer than another. In this current map, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't make too much of a difference, but usually this is not the door I would go through, because usually there's a lot more enemies waiting outside this door. I usually like to go through this door. Part of this game is learning where your enemies are and where they're going to be. There's actually not a ton of enemies in this level, but what I really wanted to go to is this little passageway down here, which I always like to go under here to find what's in this room back here. But this is really a secret that you don't need to find, that we are going to save for later. So this is the storm shelter, where we start to uncover the story of a couple spies from the mainland who came to the island to see what Eon was up to on this island. We can listen to Solahern's last words, which is going to start setting us up this little side story about these spies. Every morning, a mysterious message is broadcast on the radio. Mysteries on Black Reef, shocking. For the record, we learn eventually that it's talking about these radios. It took me a long time to figure out that this are the radios that message was talking about. Usually, these radios are just like distractions. So yeah, turning those radios on will lead your enemies to those when there's enemies around. I can pick up this trinket and read Intelligence Archive Access. Code is 5B4. Close again when finished. No materials leave this room. So this side story about these spies eventually leads you into this door with these codes. A complicated-ass lock sits on a thick-ass slab of concrete in a bunker in Freestad Rock. I cannot get through this door yet. I won't be able to get through this door for like 3 or 4 loops, but eventually we're going to come back to this door. But the whole kind of point of this side quest is that it gets you a lot of information that you usually have to find in other places in the games. Redfowl. I'm not exactly ill-educated, but I've got approximately zero idea what Watchmaker's up to under that dish. Horizon built this place with some kind of containment system. To contain what, Redfowl? Like we don't know. Like it's not for whatever horror of sphincters and cloaca might wriggle out of the anomaly. Watchmakers rigged it to the security sensors. Get spotted in there, I hope you enjoy breathing vacuum. Found out there's a manual override in her red prefab, but she's changing the code daily. Apparently, she's significantly brighter than Fireball. Who'd have guessed? So these spies use a bunch of code names, one to refer to each other, and also to refer to the visionaries from Eon. It makes it a little bit confusing at first to know who it is they're talking about, but it all kind of comes together eventually. In this note, the name Watchmaker is referring to Dr. Wenji, who we'll find later, and Fireball down at the bottom refers to Charlie. The complex's lab's security system activates a vacuum-sealed containment system. I can access Wenji's depressurization controls at a code-protected device inside her lab. The Eon program seeks entry to the old Operation Horizon bunkers at the complex. Horizon locked these things up nice and tidy on their way out, but that hasn't stopped Eon from pounding away at their reinforced doors like sailors on shore leave at a brothel stoop. I don't know if I've ever actually, seriously read and considered that line before. In the city, target ice strains ransacking the Horizon archives for old passwords. While out here, target Watchmaker has researchers crawling all over the installations. One of which, according to my map, is the Ordnance Depot. When we went to the complex earlier, one of the things we kind of saw as we were creeping around in the complex was the Ordnance Depot, which we'll go back to later. But these documents also reference Horizon, which refers to Operation Horizon, which was a military operation that was stationed on this island 30 years before the start of this game. So a lot of the secrets, one of the visionaries seeks entry to old Horizon bunkers. A lot of the secrets that there are to find in this game... Oops. A lot of the secrets in this game are things that were left behind on the island by Operation Horizon. But for the time being, we are going to the security office to find the LPP. Almost Paradise. Now the people over there on the other side, they usually see me for a minute, but I can usually get down here before it's a problem. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of signs that say don't go swimming because the Arctic water will kill you. Sometimes enemies are just drunk. Like, that enemy would have only seen me if she was looking right at me. I'm moving kind of slowly because that person can potentially hear me, and also there's a person with a radio who's going to come right around this corner. I need to try to chill out for a second and take the radio person out before I move forward. I guess they're further away than I thought. Oh, there she is. I expected to see her coming through the windows, but I didn't. And then this person's fun to just kick into the water. Ooh. Okay. The music kicked up, and I realized that's just because of that character that I kicked in there. When I first did that to the character, I got an achievement for kicking that character into the water like that. But that's all those enemies. There's something on the other side of this sign that I want to see, but
Why spoil all the fun?
I really don't like that turret being there. Eventually I can get a power that turns me invisible, but right now I really don't want to. I don't want to risk activating that turret, so I'm just going to go. This is the security office, which has a hackable antenna inside of it to unlock this door.
That is Mr. Hackamajay. Okay, LPP. Where's the LPP?
Kill the captain. Captain, my Colt. You want your here safe to be your there safe, and now it is. There safe in your updom flat. Except Miss Mina told me you left the code default. Is that an invitation? Everybody knows those numbers, that 0, 5, 2, and 7. Allie even got them tattooed above her left nip, the code to her heart. Maybe, probably you should tweak it, a number here, another there, until it's all again new. Or not, whatever, I threw all my numbers out. Splash. Fare thee well, Fia Zborovska, High Abbess of the Rock. P.S. and such, that LPP of yours is a bit of brilliance. Your mind's a minor marvel, and don't let any person tell you otherwise. That note was written about, basically, Fia, who's fucked up all the time, moved the safe I'm looking for back into my flat in Updom, but I had to come here to learn the code to that safe, and now I need to go back to Updom to open the safe. Oh, this is actually telling me that on Black Reef, knowledge is progress. You will often need to return to a location armed with new information. Now that you've found the code to your safe, for example, you can head back to your flat in Updom and crack that baby open.
Wait a fucking second. I made the LPP, which means it's in my flat, back in fucking Updom.
Our Visionary's incredible abilities. Here's the latest copy with your suggested changes. Fia Zborovska may look small, but when she invokes havoc, she possesses the strength of the anomaly itself. Igor Serling can channel ether and vanish in a blink of an eye. Wielding the invisible force of Carnesis, Alexis Dorsey can move living flesh with a mere wave of his hand. Juliana Blake can be anyone at any time. With Masquerade, she hides in plain sight, dispassionately archiving history in the making. When he calls on Shift, Charlie Montague flashes between here and there with a snap of his fingers. And Harriet Morse binds people together via Nexus, allowing all to share the experience of one. Those are the slabs that I will eventually be able to steal from all of these visionaries as I kill them. On down there at the bottom it says, approved, Colt Vaughn, head of security. First time we kind of learn who we used to be before we lost our memories.
Head of security? No wonder these people want to kill me. Fuck.
And last thing I'm going to listen to while I'm in this room is this audio recording from Harriet Morse, another one of the visionaries.
Welcome to Black Reef. I'm Harriet Morse. To our beneficent backers, thank you for your generous contributions to the program. Eon values each and every one of you. To our hard-working affiliates, thank you for your tireless efforts thus far and henceforth. Your blood is etched into the foundations of this island. Such classification is beneath us now, whether backer or affiliate, learned or streetwise. On Black Reef, we are all eternalists. Each of you is entitled to a mask, a new face for a new beginning. Together, we shall walk into eternity.
Harriet Morse is responsible for Eon's organizational structure, also the masks. So, because it's a stealth game, I haven't been getting super close to a lot of my enemies, but if you pay attention, you'll notice that all of the Eternalists anyway, are wearing masks. Oh, that was all I needed to find in this area. Ooh, there was a really nice gun back there that I should have grabbed, but whatever. The guns I have are good enough. But we found... Ooh. Sometimes there's a bomb right here. Several times I've got myself blown up and thrown into the water. I've died at least twice that way. Alright, but let's get out of here and go to the next map. Turns out you were kind of a big deal on Black Reef, but that just makes people want to kill you harder. So this video might be a little bit longer because I am determined to make it all the way through the... try to hit my desk. All the way through the longest day mission, the tutorial mission. So I have like 2 more maps to go through before I'm done. Now I'm going back to... back to Updom to open the safe in my flat. But now, we had previously gone to Updom in the morning, and now we're at Updom at night. So things are going to be a little bit different and a little bit more dangerous.
Juliana. Juliana, you there? Juliana. I remembered your name. Whatever.
Updom is more dangerous at night. Previously safe and reliable routes may be dangerous now. Like these.
Hey, guys. I have top secret information.
Okay, what is it?
I said it was top secret.
Spill it, asshole.
Okay. The best place to see the fireworks is next to the stage.
That's it. That's all you've got?
Please die.
What? It's gonna be spectacular.
I'm freezing my ass off looking for coals.
This is Alexis Dorsey, Eon program visionary and primary financial backer. I need to speak quickly to the guests of my ultra-exclusive Devouring of the Lambs party tonight. Congratulations on getting invited, guys. A reminder, bring the required accessory and your appetite. If you forget either, you will be denied entry. I mean it. We are modern wolves, and the time has come for feeding.
So Alexis Dorsey was just advertising his party, which is actually happening in this map right now. Oh, fireworks.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ramblin' Frank. The sun is slowly setting over the cliffs of Black Reef, but don't fret. Our bad
Let's
is far
turn off this
turn your eyes
turret first.
now with a special
Oops. Shh. Okay, let's just watch the fireworks.
that is like you. Breathtaking. It's 57 all over again.
Frank sends up fireworks every evening. But I almost got ahead of myself and walked directly into this turret. Just wait for the turret to look away. And turn off the turret. Oops, please don't see me. Oh, that's really cool. I've never actually sat back and watched the whole fireworks display. Actually, I should have dealt with that character down there. I want to wait for that character to come back, but it's gonna take it. Actually, no, wait. I don't need to do that. I can just go.
Eat this.
I will learn what that is later. Oh, this is a bad idea. This is a bad idea. Okay, I think I'm safe. So this is where we were earlier. That's my flat that I'm trying to get back into. But now, where there wasn't a character in this room earlier, there is now. Just gonna deal with that person so he doesn't hear me. Then we can go this way. One mechanic to this game is something called the loop stability. As you play the game for longer and kill more visionaries without dying yourself, the game progressively becomes harder. Like a lot of games do, but
What the?
it's an invisible... Oh, my apartment's been ransacked. But there's an invisible difficulty slider that goes up as you do better in the game, and then kind of resets when you die. But I do not intend to die, which means the game is just going to get progressively harder until I either win the game or die. Oh, and by the way, I just lost the game. Teachable moment. Yoink! Took your precious LPP. I'm too smart, too fast, too powerful, and you're just as slow and boring as ever. I'm not even mad about it, just disappointed. I know you can do better, or you can go fuck yourself. Whichever your call. Love, Juliana.
Ah, Juliana!
You don't call me, I call you.
Where's my LPP?
I'm not done. This isn't your show. It's mine. I run this place. You want out? You gotta go through me.
That what this is? Some sort of hostile job takeover.
How does security protects the loop? The opposite of whatever it is you're doing right now.
Cool. So I'll just do your old thing.
Ooh. Yeah, okay.
Then what
I just had to
was
check
that
something.
whining hacky bullshit for a bunch of dick bags? And I don't.
Looks like somebody came by to say hi.
I'm not finished yet.
I locked the doors so the two of you can get acquainted.
What? Doors.
Two little tunnels. Brilliant design, really, and all courtesy of the captain.
Ah, wait. Shit. Fuck this. Gonna lock my tunnels? Then I'll just have to unlock them.
So this is our first introduction to a Juliana invasion. Juliana may enter a district to hunt you down. When Juliana invades your game, the tunnel exits are locked. Unlock them by hacking the local radio antenna. You can also take Juliana on and replenish your reprizes by defeating her. Those are my respawns. Juliana only invades districts where a visionary is present, and you can only be invaded a limited number of times per loop. But Juliana is now in my map. Ooh, I forgot I could have set a trap for her. So because I play this game a lot, I just happen to know that Juliana is going to come from over this roof, and if I had had the forethought to do so, I could have put a bunch of bombs right here for her to jump down into. But I forgot to do that, so I'm just gonna have to kill her when she comes around the mountain. I guess I can start. Juliana and most of the Visionaries carry slabs that grant them supernatural abilities. You can use Visionaries' slabs, but first you have to take them from their corpses. I hear her. There you are. Hi, Juliana.
Where's your coronet whatever now? Woo. That felt great.
I just got a couple of really good headshots on her. Juliana is usually a little bit harder to kill, but I knew she was coming. Alright, now I can escape. Now I can escape the level, but enemies are just going to keep coming. Hi.
I'm coming for you.
Okay. Yoink. So I just took an ability called Shift from Juliana. The first time you kill Juliana, she always gives you the Shift ability, which is essentially a short-range teleport, and my favorite power to have. So I love how Juliana starts with. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to keep it, but we'll get to that in a minute. The loop's almost over. By exiting this district, you'll advance to the next morning. I will remember everything I've learned, but I will lose all of the equipment I've collected. Let's get out of here. I got what I needed. Juliana's got more up the sleeves of that bomber jacket than snappy one-liners. One loop ends, another beachside hangover begins. You survived, and I bested Juliana. Juliana ransacked my apartment and got to my safe at night, but I can still beat her to it in the morning, because that is the nature of the loop.
Alright. LPP. Safe. Gotta get to the safe before her, and then I got the LPP. Better be a gun.
Spoiler alert, it's not a gun.
Shit, fuck. My weapons are gone. The same day, which means I already know what's going to happen. Yeah. And I'm sick of waking up on this fucking beach. What? Am I supposed to do this every day for the rest of my life? Fuck that. I'm breaking this loop.
Salty, Colton. Where are you? Cold. Cold. Where are you? Cold. Cold.
Yeah, what?
Very impressive. I'm clapping with one hand.
Don't stop there. Put them both together. The body count is gonna get
You
high.
got me and a few others, but you really want to kill everyone on the island? Not efficient.
I forgot I could be going through this door already.
I feel fantastic. Thanks for asking. And if you try that ambush shit again, expect the same outcome.
Yes, welcome back.
I love how in the beginning Juliana gets really excited for the fact that you're starting to remember things and starting to do better.
Good morning, Blackreef. It's me, Juliana Blake. I typically like to start my day off with a few self-help affirmations, but today we're doing something different. Cole. Yes, that Cole has lost his mind. He's going to try and destroy the loop. So, everyone arm yourself to the teeth. Hunt Cole down and fucking loop him. Okay? Have a fulfilling day.
Have a fulfilling day.
So yeah, at first she's really excited that you're getting really good, but eventually as you get closer to breaking the loop, she gets really pissed off.
All right. Hit the apartment hard. Get the safe. LPP. Break the loop. Let's go. Never gonna get used to that.
Juliana stole your LPP, but you can still beat her to it. Yeah, this shit's mind-bending. Alright, let's go explore Upton. This is finally the last mission of the longest day tutorial. So I'm just going to kind of sprint to the end, because this is Upton in the morning, which we came to in the first part of the tutorial. So I have already been here once. Basically, we've seen everything we want to see here for the first time. Oh, although, when I did this before, this guy down here, I didn't get to see what he does, because I threw the other guy off the cliff. So let's watch this guy, because he's going to do something kind of silly. I don't have a really good shot of what he's doing. I'm probably going to miss it. Basically, there's a generator over here. This guy's drunk. There's a generator over here that he's going to walk up to and urinate on, and is going to explode him. I should have said that. That's kind of a spoiler. Yeah. You can prevent that happening, which makes something else happen later if you prevent that generator from exploding, but it's more kind of silly than anything else. Ooh.
You crazy kids are a heartbeat from the happiest place on this rock, the library. Hope you're ready to gun it.
The library is not a safe place. You don't really want to go to the library. Later the game forces you to go to the library, but you don't really want to. Practice makes perfect. She loved the... Ooh. Okay, I thought I heard an explosive. That scared me for a second.
And I would like to personally welcome you to the first day of your new program. There's only so many hours before the festivities tonight, so get outside and have some fun today.
All right, LPP, show me something good. That is not what I wanted.
So the LPP is not a gun, but it's something even better. It's the Loop Preservation Protocol. The Visionaries are the Loop. It persists only as long as they survive. Any threat to the Visionaries is a threat to the Loop. If every Visionary perishes in a single loop, the loop will destabilize and collapse. No more parties, no more experiments, no more eternal life. While analyzing your interests, offices, and residents, I've identified significant points of weakness for each visionary. Alexis, large gatherings at Dorsey Manor. Charlie, overseeing his live-action game. Igor, solitary evenings at Serling Labs. Fia, showings at Fractured Image. Frank, morning broadcasts at the Ramblin' Rock Club. Harriet, wellness sermons in Hangar 2, Juliana, documentation in the Eon archival office, and Wenji, breach tests in the research lab. In the case of a security event, Eon Eternalists will be directed towards the listed vulnerabilities. Visionaries should avoid close contact with one another until the crisis is resolved. Obviously, the responsibility of hunting and eliminating a threat falls primarily to the head of security. FYI, the head of security used to be me, and now I am the security threat. Colt Vaughn, head of security, Eon program.
This is how I'm going to break the loop.
All right, 8 people, 1 day. That's harder than it sounds.
You?
Yup.
Oh, all right. So what's the plan? 8 targets 1 day. We're gonna need a couple more Colts in here if we're gonna wreck this island in a Colt
What?
storm.
No, listen, I can't stay long.
How did you even get in here? Didn't you get shot 2 loops ago, or was it 3? Show me
Different
the ways.
codes. Look, there's thousands of us, or more. I don't know, but none of us have gotten it right.
Okay.
You've got to be better than all of us, so don't just try to shoot everything.
But I like shooting
You've
things.
got to be smart. It's the only way to fix this. This and this.
I prefer the Colt storm plan.
Wenji's lab. Figure out residuum. It'll make your life easier. Or do it the hard way. Whatever. Hand-holding is over.
What are you looking at? Why are you... Son of a bitch. All right. Let's get started.
Wenji's lab, huh? LPP said it was back at the complex. As good a place to start as any.
The LPP may not be a gun, but it contains something almost even better. Information, specifically where each of the visionaries are at their most vulnerable. Other cult also offered up this juicy tidbit. Wenji's research into a thing called residuum will help you break the loop. That is your next lead. So I've never known what other cult was looking at. And I think it... Yeah, that's telling me to go to Wenji's lab. But I think other cult was looking at this picture of Lila. Never give up from Lila. Already read those, don't need to read them again. I definitely want to pick up this weapon again. Now I wonder, last time I shot this character, someone saw me do it, so I wonder if that's going to happen again. See, it didn't happen that time. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh. Kill the visionaries, but you gotta kill them. Oh, this part's cool. Noonday, Charlie, out of this world. Fia, lunchtime in Freestad Rock. Wenji, in her lab every afternoon. Morning, Harriet and her fanatics, in the Carls Bay waterfront. Good music in his club, morning with Frank Spicer. Igor and Alexis, rich kid and Updom, the complex for the nut job. Nighttime is the right time. But what about Juliana? Where is she? Everywhere. But where? You've got a target, you've got 8 targets and time to kill. First on the list, Dr. Wenji Evans. You survived. And yeah, I have a ton of new leads. Because I know where the visionaries are now.
The Loop Preservation Protocol. A bunch of big words to make a simple point. I kill every visionary in one day, I break the loop. Period. I know where they spend time, but I'm guessing it won't be as easy as hunting them down. Good thing I'm one stubborn motherfucker.
And there we go. By finding the LPP and establishing the locations of the visionaries, you have completed the lead The Longest Day. So I am going to leave this video here because the next thing the game is going to try to make me do is to go and visit Wenji in her lab, and that's sort of where I'm going to pick up next time, because that's kind of a big thing to go and do, and I'm not going to do that right now. So thank you for watching. I know this was a slightly longer video than I have been making, but I really just wanted to get this all out of the way and get the tutorial over with. But now that we've done so, I'm going to have a little bit more freedom into where I go and what I do. Thank you for watching, and I hope you come back next time. Alright, bye-bye.